Super Bowl's coming up, guys. I don't know if any of you are keeping up with the NFL playoffs. I sure am. I mean, it's awesome. So I want to ask you guys who are, keeping up with the playoffs and know who's doing what. What are your predictions for the Super Bowl? What two teams do you think will be in the Super Bowl? That's my question of the day. Those of you who keep up with North American football. I think it's going to be Seattle and New England. 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 This is so weird, because you know that like the past few videos I've been talking about, like this buzzing that's been going on, and I have to like hold down the, like put my hand on a certain place on the computer to stop it. Yeah, it's not here now. It is not here now. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just confused. Hey, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire video number 38. How's it going, guys? How's it going? On a completely unrelated note, I forgot to mention earlier this week that the Super Bowl has been decided. It is going to be Seattle and New England. Seattle and New England. So if anyone, predicted that, good on you. You're awesome. I don't know if anyone did predict that. Maybe someone predicted it. I don't know who predicted that. But if anyone did, you are a genius. Just gonna say that. Just putting that out there. You are a genius. Anyway, in the last video we came down Route 121 and ended up in Lily Cove City, but I was like, oh, you know what? We're not gonna stay in Lily Cove City. We're just gonna keep on keeping on. So now in this one we're coming over here to Route 122. And there's really not much to Route 122 except for Mount Pyre, which, well, I guess Mount Pyre is a pretty big deal because there's some stuff that happens there. But I mean, it's Mount Pyre. It's like its own place, Route 122. It just basically houses Mount Pyre. That's the only, I guess, use for Route 122. It's just, oh, what's Route 122? Oh, that's where Mount Pyre is. Oh, what else? That's it. I mean, you can catch some Pokemon here in the water, but I don't think you can really catch anything that's not catchable elsewhere. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. And I can't even continue this way. So we'll go into Mount Pyre. As you can see on the title, this is inside Mount Pyre. So in this video we will be spending our time inside Mount Pyre, and the next one we will explore the outside of it. So yeah. You came along after me? How rude. It's not that rude, it's just a little bit rude. Pokemaniac Mark sends out Lyron. I think I've still got Ahab up front. Yeah. Ahab should just be able to be like, surf! And that'll be it for Lyron. That'd be it. Lyron fainted. Yes, I do, I guess. I'm just seeing what Pokemon this is to see if it's like holding any kind of awesome item or anything like that, like a lucky egg. That's what I mean by awesome item. I mean lucky egg. So some of these people in here will battle you, and some of them are just looking at the graves. So yeah, sometimes you can tell who will battle you and who's just there for the quote-unquote scenery. But yeah, in the last video I was talking about how you can tell the difference between a female Pikachu and a female Heracross, and the males, and basically just spewing a couple of useless facts. So I asked you guys if you know any useless facts that aren't really necessarily Pokemon related. And Uzumaki Minma gave me a couple. A cat, guys, okay? You know a cat? Like, you know cats? A cat uses its whiskers to determine if a space is too small to squeeze through. That's pretty good. Or, also, here's another one. A group of crows is called a murder. A murder of crows. I've heard that one before, I think. It's kind of weird, but I wouldn't say it's cruel. It's just kind of weird. It's just, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. You know. Like, a murder of crows. I don't know. Why do different animals have to have, like, different words for what their groups are called? You know, like, you got a murder of crows, you know, a flock of geese, a school of fish, you know, a herd of buffalo, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. But seriously, why do we have to have all these different words for, like, groups of animals? Why can't you just say, oh yeah, look, there's a bunch of crows over there. Oh look, there's some fish, you know? But you can't just very well say, oh look, a murder. Because you could say, oh look, there's a herd over there. And people know, oh, you're talking about, like, buffalo or you know, cows or something. You know, but you can't say, oh look, there's a murder. You know, like, whoa, what? You know, because they're looking for, you know, what you think of when you hear the word murder. Someone killing someone. They don't think, like, I don't, what are you talking about? No, see all those crows over there? Oh. You see what I mean? That's just kind of weird. It's strange. It's bizarro. So, again, I wouldn't say it's cruel. It's just kind of weird. Ah. So today sucks. It's like all like cold and rainy. Monday and Tuesday were like the best days ever. It's like sunny, high, we're in the 70s. It was awesome, but today it's just like, nothing. It's cold, rainy, miserable outside. Good day to be inside making Pokemon videos, even though this is probably the only one I'll do. I spent all my time doing that little drawn-out intro with the Super Bowl thing, but I still didn't quite get it the way I wanted to, just because I couldn't figure out quite how to do it. I had like this thing in my head of how I wanted to do it, but I couldn't quite figure it out. I'm not big on like editing for special effects and stuff. I'm really good at trimming down videos that are too long. But as far as editing for like, you know, special effects, visual effects, that kind of thing, yeah, not so much. Alright. I think we've cleared this floor, so I'll move on up to the next floor now. Ooh, look, a super repel. I'll probably use that before I leave this place. So yeah, usually you can kind of tell, because the ones who are like actually looking at like a grave are there to look at the graves, and the ones who aren't are just there to battle, like this guy. Alright, Ahab, let's see what you can do. Oh, wow. Dang! Okay, Ahab. One more surf. Hopefully Machoke will do something dumb here. But nope, he went ahead and used Wake Up Slap, and that's it for Ahab. It was me doing something dumb, not the Machoke. Alright. Got some fight-on-fight action here. Vital Throw. He must have been trying to use Vital Throw too, because I went first. That's funny. I LOL'd. One of the reasons I'm not spending too much time here with the Pokemon today is because I'm actually expecting a phone call. I mentioned a while back, I think, or maybe I mentioned it on Twitter, that I was currently on the search for some full-time employment. Right now I work part-time, but I'm looking to work full-time, and so I'm actually expecting a phone call today from someone that I applied with. They emailed me saying that they would call me today for a phone interview. So it's still a little bit early, so I don't think they'll call me this early. But yeah, later this afternoon I'm expecting a call from them. So I'll basically be doing nothing today, but that's because it's kind of on purpose. So I actually have time today. I don't know. I thought that they would have like given me like a specific time they were gonna call me. Like, oh, we're gonna call you at 2:30. Oh, okay. But no, we'll just call you like sometime Thursday afternoon. Oh, well, great. Okay, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna take the call because I want the job, but it brings me to my question of the day. And my question of the day for you guys is this. Those of you who are working or have worked, whether it's full-time, part-time, after school job, whatever. My question of the day for you guys is, what is the worst job you've ever had? These are always fun. When I used to work full-time before, we had a little thing about like the worst job you ever had. There were some pretty fun answers, but that can be a fun answer. What is the worst job you've ever had? Answer in the comments. Mine would have to be when I was in high school. I was working in this office building for like a financial advisor for a well-known company. I'm not going to say what company it was, but they were like one of the independent financial advisors. So they didn't, they were in charge of, paying for their own office space, their own, finding their own customers. They weren't, they had the name of the company on their business cards, but other than that, they were pretty much just an independent financial advisor. But anyway, they hired me to basically just keep all their files organized, client files organized. Everything was on paper. So they had like these 3 huge file cabinets, and they were just all the files for all their clients. And they would have clients send them documents, clients come in for meetings, and whenever all of that generated paperwork. So whenever I'd come in there, they'd have like this new big stack of paperwork for me to file correctly, and I had to put it with the correct client. And then each client folder had like a series of subfolders. One was like applications, another one was like statements, another was just like general correspondence. So I'd have to put it in the correct folder. And doing that job itself wasn't really all that bad. But the thing about that was, like I said, they were an independent advisor. Meaning, they didn't get paid a salary. Any money they had, or made, just came in from, interactions with their clients. So I wouldn't always get paid. I think I left that job and they still owed me money. I mean, the job itself was okay. It was an easy job. it was, you know, a good job for, you know, someone my age at that time to have, you know, a high schooler, just someone to make a little extra money, you know, while working in school. But yeah, I didn't always get paid, so I think they still owe me money, but that was like 10 years ago. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna spend too much time thinking about that. Anyway, yeah, that's probably the worst job I ever had. But I want to ask you guys what yours was. This should be fun. Answer in the comments, and I'll go over your answers in the next video. Oh, alright, Ahab. You can take out this Maywell. You can do this. I have faith. But I have to send in someone else, just because they won't let me be like, oh, it's just gonna be Ahab. Nope, it's a double battle. So you gotta send in a second Pokemon, like Wednesday. Ahab used dive and hit underwater. OMG. Nice. Do 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 do. So, wait, did she have that little girl under a spell or something? Because that's just weird. Anyway, revive my Pokemon who fainted in said battle. I don't think there's anyone in this tower who will actually heal my Pokemon. Yeah, that guy's just asleep. I see how that guy was like facing toward a grave and this person was like not facing toward a grave. See, that's how you can tell that she wants to battle. Hexmaniate Tasha sends out a Shuppet. I'm actually using one of these in Pokemon Omega Ruby. I used one because I got to this point in the game and I realized, oh crap, I only have 4 Pokemon on my team and I'm kind of running out of options. Because after this, a lot of what you run into is water. Like water root. And I already have a water type. I mean, you've got the Safari Zone, but there's really not any Pokemon there that I would want to use. So I caught this a Shuppet, just kind of so that I would have another Pokemon. I'll probably end up catching the next one around Victory Road somewhere. But yeah, I caught the Shuppet, and it's freaking awesome. It's already evolved into Banette, and I have already found the Banetite to Mega Evolve it into Mega Banette. Oh, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome, guys. So if you're like playing this game like, I want a good ghost type to use, I would recommend catching a Shuppet. Because it's awesome. You don't even know. Well, maybe you do know if you've used one. Oh, it's awesome. Honestly, I think my team in Omega Ruby is a lot better than my team in this game. If I had chosen Mudkip, I think it has to do... I think, you know, your team, I think, is shaped a lot by the Pokemon you choose as your starter. You know? Because even in that game, I'm using a lot of Pokemon that I don't normally use, like Breloom. I've never used a Breloom before. Manectric. I've actually never used a Manectric before. I tried to once, but for whatever reason, I like gave up on that. Breloom, Manectric. I'm using the Metagross, the Metang, the shiny Beldum that it gave you. If I was playing that on here, I probably wouldn't have used that just because of my little rule about these LP teams, but you know, I would have still found some other awesome Pokemon to replace that. And also, I realized I'm kind of behind on this game as far as the levels go, because you remember when I ran into Steven here and he gave me the Septolitite or whatever it's called? Like, when he gave me that stone in this game, in this LP, Alpha Sapphire, my Grovyle had not yet evolved into Sceptile. But in Omega Ruby, when he gave me the Swampertite, he had already evolved into Swampert. So I was like ahead of like the level curve in Omega Ruby than I am in this one. I'm not sure how that happens. I don't know if that had something to do with when I turned off the EXP share. I don't know. I wonder what levels all my Pokemon would be at right now if I had kept the EXP share on. So these people here, they're like rich and they get like their own like room in this place to have their Pokemon's final resting spot. Look, there's Team 30 Shadow Ball. That's a good ghost type move right there. Ooh, a Medichemite. That might be a good move to teach Latias, or even Hariyama if you can learn it. Oh, I don't know if Hariyama has really good special attack. I don't know. Hey, we found the Medichemite though. So anyway, yeah, we're getting here kind of toward the end of the video. So I want to say thank you guys very much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, answer the question of the day. What was the worst job you ever had? And I'll see you guys next time, whenever that may be. Bye.